Hello students, welcome in the next lecture of subject Public Health Engineering. In previous lecture, we had start the unit number 2 of Public Health Engineering, that is the purification of water. Now, we had discussed the objects of purification of water. The purification of water means the water treatment which can be used for the purification of water. These are included in this chapter. Then we had discussed the objects of purification of water. There is a four objects of purification of water. First is to remove hardness of water and make water fit for various uses. Then to eliminate the corrosive properties of water. Then to remove the dissolved gases and color of water and to kill the pathogenic germs in the water, the purification is required. Then we also have the objects of purification of water is to remove the iron and manganese present in water, to make water portable, and to remove settleable suspended impurities and non-settleable collided impurities. These are the objects of purification of water. Then we had start the purification processes in the last lecture. In that, first purification process is screening. Now, what is the screening? Water obtained from the surface sources contain the suspended as well as floating matters, and this matter is removed by using the screening. That is, the water get filtrated by the screening. This is a screen. On the screen, the suspended or floating matters are removed into the water. Then second, we had see the types of screening. In previous lecture, we had see the types of screening. There is a two types of screening. In that, first one is the coarse screen or bar screen. The screen which consists of the steel bars and which has inclined to 45 to 60 degree. These types of screening is the coarse screening, and the spacing between two bars is 75 to 100 mm. Then we had discussed second type of screening is fine screen. That is, the screen have the small holes or the about 6 mm diameter holes. These screens are the fine screens, and when this screen is placed on the drum or rotating drum, then it is the automatic screening process. This is the diagram or picture of the fine screen. Then in previous lecture we had start the second process of water purification, that is the aeration. Now what is the aeration? The aeration is the process of bringing water in the contact of atmospheric oxygen, or aeration is the process of bringing the water in the intimate contact with air, and water absorbs the oxygen from the air. This is the aeration. In this aeration process, the water is come in contact with the atmospheric oxygen. Then we had discussed the objectives of aeration. What is the objectives of aeration? Aeration is the process which can remove the hydrogen sulfate from raw water. Then it can remove the gases formed by organic decomposition. Then it can remove the chlorine odor. Then remove the carbon dioxide up to the 70%, and it provides the oxygen to the water. Then we had discussed the advantages of aeration. The advantages of aeration is this method is very simple and required the simple equipments. Then no skilled labors are required for the operation. Then it does not added extra chemicals to the water or to the mineral content of water, and it is a cheap and economical process. Up to this point we had discussed in last lecture. In this lecture we just revised these points. Now we are going to see the methods of aeration. In this lecture we are going to see the methods of aeration. There is a four methods of aeration. In that, the first method is cascade aerator method. Into the methods of aeration, first method is cascade aerator methods or cascade aerator method. Now we are going to see what is the cascade aerator method or what is the construction of this method. Now see the cascade aerator method, they are consist of concrete steps over which water comes down in thin sheet where may be provided at edge of the each steps. That is cascade means the in the form of steps. The cascade aerator method consists of the concrete steps and water is comes from these steps, and while water is comes or flows from these steps, it is a get intimate contact with the air, and at every step there is a sheet where are provided. Thin sheet of water which comes down over steps come in contact with atmosphere. That is the when the water is flows in the form of thin layers or thin sheets, then it comes in contact with atmosphere. Now see, this is a cascade aerator. In that, this is the, see the cursor, this is the steps, and from these steps the water is flows, and when water flows the it goes in the contact with the atmosphere. Then second method of aeration is spray nozzle. Now see what is the spray nozzle method. I think everyone knows the spray nozzle. For the pumps, we can use the spray nozzle. Now see what is the spray nozzle method. In this case, the nozzle discharge water under pressure. Get comes out of nozzle have considerable surface area which comes into the contact with air. That is a water is comes from the spray nozzle, and this water is goes into the contact with the air or atmosphere. The spray may be vertical or inclined direction. The spray nozzle or spray, it will be on vertical direction, or the it is will be inclined direction. Now see, this is the spray nozzles. The water from the source is get into this or go into these pipes, and from these pipes this is a go into this sprays, and then from this spray nozzle water get contact with the airs. Then third method is air diffusion method. Now see what is the air diffusion method. This method consists of concrete tanks to which air is supplied by diffuser at the bottom and sides of the banks. That is a in the air diffusion method, the air diffusers are used and which can be settled or which can be constructed at the end of the tank or end of the water tank, and air bubbles come in contact with water. Time of contact can be increased spiral by spiral flow caused in water, and when the air from this air diffuser is comes contact with water, and then the time also the increased with the flow of water. Such aerator can be used for mixing and fluctuation. For the mixing and water, or for the mixing of water and for the fluctuation, these types of air diffuser or aerators are used. See this picture of air diffuser. In this first picture, the working of air diffuser is not working, that is it is at stopped position. In second picture, when from this air diffuser air is comes contact with the water, then water are gets the bubbles and come into the contact with air or come on the water surface. See, this is the second air diffuser. In this air diffuser, see the cursor, air is passed in this diffuser, then by the pressure of air the bubbles are created into the water, and bubbles of water is come on the surface of water, and then the water is come into the intimate contact of air. Then fourth type of aerator is aeration fountain. An aeration fountain aims to bring water in intimate contact with air. We all know the fountains which is in garden. The function of aeration fountain is same like the fountain which is in gardens. That is the aeration fountains aim to bring water in the intimate contact with air. Aeration fountain consists of water pipes, nozzles and stock pipes. The aeration fountain is consist of water pipe, then nozzle and the stop clock. Water is forced under pressure at the nozzle and spread to the atmosphere. See, this is the aerator fountain. In this, the water from the source is from the pipe flows and comes at the nozzle, and from nozzle it is a get the pressure and it sprays and come in contact with the air. Then the next point is limitations of aerators. Now see what the limitations of aerations. What is the limitations of aeration? First limitation is it is insufficient to remove or reduce taste and odor of water caused by the non-volatile substances or chemical discharge in industrial waste. The aeration method is insufficient to remove the odor or color which is caused by the non-volatile substance or which is caused by the non-volatile chemicals and which is caused by the chemical discharge of industrial waste. This odor and taste is not reduced by the aeration method. Then second is due to over deoxidation the water becomes corrosive and aeration may be required. That is when the water is goes under the aeration process for the large time, then it is goes on the over oxygenation, then it requires the deoxygenation or it requires the de-aeration. Then the aeration can be economical only in warmer climatic months. That is when the month is warmer or the when rainy season, then this aeration method is not suitable at rainy season or not economical in rainy season. Then possibility of airborne contamination of water. That is the airborne chemicals or airborne diseases is possible or it can be contaminate the water by the aeration process. This is the limitations of aeration process. Hope you all get the aeration process. Now we can just revise the aeration process. Now see what is aeration. Aeration is a process in which water is comes contact with the atmosphere or it is a process of bringing the water in intimate contact with air and water absorbs the oxygen from the air. See, this is the aeration. Then next we had discussed the objectives of aeration. There is a five objectives of aeration. That is it remove the hydrogen sulfate, then remove the gases, then remove the chlorine odor, remove the carbon dioxide up to 70% and provide oxygen to the water. Then we had discussed the advantages of aeration. This method is very simple and required simple equipment. Then no skilled labor are required for the operations. Then it cannot be added extra mineral content to the water. Then it is a cheap and economical process. These are the advantages of aeration. Then we had discussed the four methods of aeration. First method is cascade aerator method. In this cascade aerator method, water is flows on the steps and get the contact of atmosphere. Then second method is spray nozzle method. In the spray nozzle method, water is comes under pressure from the sprays and get the intimate contact of atmosphere or intimate contact of oxygen. Then third method is the air diffusion method. This method is a simple and consists of the concrete tank or in concrete tank the water or Now see, that is in air diffuser method, the air diffuser are the end of bottom or at constructed at the bottom of the water tank, and air is comes from this air diffuser, and this pressure of air, due to this pressure of air, the bubbles of water is formed and water is get at the surface and it get in the contact of the atmospheric oxygen. Then fourth type is aeration fountain. The aeration fountain consists of water pipe, nozzle and stop plug. That is when the water comes in the pipe of fountain, it goes under pressure at the nozzle, and from this nozzle, due to pressure, it spreads down and it forms a fountain and get the contact with the atmospheric air or oxygen. Then we had discussed the limitation of aeration. The limitations of aeration are: it is insufficient to remove the taste or odor due to non-volatile substances, then chemical discharge in industrial waste. And second limitation is due to over deoxygenation, the water become corrosive and the aeration may be required. Then aeration can be economical only in warmer climatic months, and possibility of airborne contamination of water in this aeration method. Hope you all get this process of aeration. The process of aeration is very important at the exam point of view. There is a what now see what is aeration. The aeration is a process in which water is get contact with the air. There is a four types of aeration. The first type is cascade aerators. Second is the what is the second type of aeration? It is a spray nozzle aeration. Third is air diffuser aeration, and fourth is fountain aeration. Remember these four types of aeration, their explanation, definition of aeration and limitation of aeration. This is a very important for the exam. Hope you all get this process of aeration of water. Thank you.